Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube. Today's topic, as you can see here on the board, is the Bitcoin halving event. I'll also talk about Bitcoin mining and the supply and demand of Bitcoin. The reason why I want to go over these with you today, and this will actually be a three-part series, not a two-part, of really why is Bitcoin going up, and why will it continue to go up this year, and where it could possibly go back down. But it's important to understand this event because I've been following this for the last 3 or 4 years, and I realized that I caught the tail end of this in 2017. And so, I knew going into this year that Bitcoin was going to go up. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I wasn't some genius to know that it was going to go up. This is Bitcoin follows a pretty cyclical process, and I wanted to kind of share with you today. I'm also going to show some other YouTube videos that I think could help you guys understand a little bit better, as maybe better than I do. But it is a good video to understand. It's very informational. So what is the Bitcoin halving event? So Bitcoin, of course, was created by Satoshi Nakamoto in 2008. He designed a way for the Bitcoins to be distributed without a person or a group of people deciding who should get them. The idea was Bitcoin mining. It was to reward people with new Bitcoin for doing the work of verifying transactions into new blocks through computational work through the blockchain. So, reason why this is important, and really, I want to kind of show you a real quick video of, when people start talking about blockchain, and what is blockchain, and what are these Bitcoin miners? What are they actually doing to be rewarded in new Bitcoin? So I do have a video I wanted to show you guys here.
The work. I'm going to show you with Skittles. These are all the Bitcoin. Teddy has them. Lily has them. Leocorn has them. Dolly has them. This is my wallet. This is the unicorn's wallet. We all have wallets. Dolly can play 2 Bitcoin.
And so this represents the transaction, and stack it right here.
Take it only 1 Bitcoin. Thank you, Teddy. Thank you, Teddy. Now that's the blockchain. Everyone can see this, but it's all anonymous.
So that's as simple as it gets, guys. That is the blockchains. Basically, these miners are getting paid by the transactions of sending Bitcoin to Bitcoin and also creating new Bitcoin. So what is Bitcoin mining? So when Bitcoin started, miners were awarded a block of 50 Bitcoin. Nakamoto put into the protocol a rule where every 210,000 blocks, or roughly every 4 years, the reward would be cut in half. And so that is where the event comes as a halving event. The first occurred in 2012. So as you can kind of see in this model, when it first started in 2008, or late 2008, early 2009, and where it occurred, 50 new Bitcoin were created every 10 minutes. The first halving was in 2013. You saw a run up in price, go up, it went back down, it went up again, and then it just kind of followed kind of in a bear market for the next 3 years. Same thing happened in 2016, another event, it came out. Now that year, it went all the way up for 1 whole year, and then we had a bear market for 3 or 4 years, okay? Well, here we are here. The other one occurred around, I think it was about May of 2020. And so in 2021, just like it happened here, it also is going up, as you can see in 2021. So, I wanted you guys to understand that, this is why Bitcoin is so valuable, because it allows only a certain amount of Bitcoin to be created every 3 or 4 years. And so if I go back to this and I understand, really the supply and demand, the main reason is to keep inflation in control, right? This is a major fault of fiat currency by central banks. They print as much money as they want, and if they print too much, the laws of supply and demand ensure that the value of the current starts dropping quickly. And this is why Bitcoin is gold 2.0. Only limited amount of gold in the world, and with every gram of gold that is mined, it becomes harder and harder to extract, and it has held value for over 6,000 years. Bitcoin was designed to be valuable. So, this is important to know, right? Because as the central banks continue to print as much money, that causes inflation, but that also causes the dollar to decrease. So the reason why you're seeing so much in the stock prices, the reason why you're seeing so much in housing and everything is because there's so much money being flowed. There's nobody knows how much money is actually being circulated around the world, right? But with Bitcoin, we can be able to know each transaction as we go at any time. And the matter of the fact is that there's only 21 million of them. That brings the law of supply and demand just super pivotal to this whole thing. So I also have another video to kind of explain in a brief thing to kind of help explain this all as well.
Money is just like everything else. Its value depends on its supply, how much there is, and its demand, how much people want it. Governments can create money at any time. Usually, central banks meet every few months to decide whether to adjust the money supply. But if a situation seems urgent, they can ramp things up immediately, as we recently saw during the coronavirus crisis. Bitcoin, on the other hand, doesn't have banks, or boards, or anyone in charge. So how then does it decide how much money to print? Through a process known as halving. Back in 2008, Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin, had an idea. What if you took humans out of the financial equation entirely and created new money on a schedule that would last more than 100 years? It would be boring, predictable, and let people trust the system since they could make very long-term plans, with confidence and without the need to worry about sudden or unexpected changes. But for Bitcoin to be valuable, it needed to be scarce, like gold. Nakamoto set the maximum number of Bitcoin to 21 million, so Bitcoin would be limited in supply, and thanks to the halvings, it would have a long, predictable, and unchangeable release rate. But how does it work? First, let's explore the process of mining. Think of it like a raffle that has one winner every 10 minutes, where miners generate a new raffle ticket for each math problem they complete and turn in. In the early days, computers weren't optimized to create these tickets, so each Bitcoin miner generated fewer raffle tickets for each contest. Anybody could use their own computer to do it, and many did. Now, in 2020, there are specialized computers to do the mining, and companies that fill enormous warehouses with these machines, in parts of the world where electricity is relatively cheap. And every 10 minutes, one lucky miner wins, and new Bitcoins are given to them as the prize. In the early days, when Bitcoin had no real value, the protocol gave away 50 Bitcoins every 10 minutes. At today's prices, that'd be worth at least $250,000, but back then it was worth less than 50 cents. As time passed, that number went down, with reward halvings every 4 years. In the first halving, from 50 to 25 in 2012, the price of Bitcoin rose from $2 to about $270. In 2016, it rose to about $700 and kept increasing until the Great Bubble of 2017 and 2018. The next halving, to 6.25 Bitcoin, may or may not show similar performance. The halving reduces the number of Bitcoin you can win, but the number of raffle tickets entered in each contest has gone up and up. For miners, it's worth playing the game because even as the number of Bitcoin has gone down, their value on the market has risen.
So, like I said, I wanted to show that video to you guys, as I felt like you could explain it a whole lot more. I'm still understanding this whole process as well, but I think it is important to understand this whole event, and it may take a couple of, I guess, videos to kind of understand what this whole event is about. And I hope that I was able to kind of put all the notes together in this video for you. But again, this is why we have these big old rise. Bitcoin rises every 4 years. And so, guys, I hope this helped. Like it, share a comment. Thank you so much.